The man was suddenly shocked to realize the blue police booth in front of him seems to be alive, because no matter if you hit it with a hammer or even cut it with a chainsaw, it made a screaming sound. What's more bizarre is that there's a body stuck on the side, and John was trying to fake an accident. Suddenly someone tapped him on the shoulder. No one would have thought the man was not dead at all, but the doctor was not angry. He pretended to say hello to the collector, and then he stole the grenade. Then he accused them of evil behavior. It turns out they took advantage of the removal of the shield and forcibly grabbed the doctor's time machine, which led to his female companion being locked inside, and in order to find her, the doctor decided to use the TARDIS as a reward for finding her. But the collector didn't think a pile of tin was worth anything. When the doctor kicked open the door, everyone was dumbfounded. Outside was a collapsed police station, and the inside was flat. Thanks to the TARDIS special gravity device, the collectors knew it was expensive, but no one expected their greed would cost them more than death. It didn't take long for the missing Lisa to wake up, but she remembered the doctor teaching her how to fly the ship. She couldn't get used to the complexity of the controls. Lisa wanted a button to push to control everything, but then a grenade was thrown in. Lisa grabbed it and her palm turned red from the heat. The next moment, a clawed hand grabbed TARDIS. When Lisa regained consciousness, she immediately blew on her palm. Then she went into the cabin, but as soon as she pressed the button to open the door, a hot firestorm came barreling in. So Lisa ran for her life and hid behind a door and swore that she would never press the button again. She even felt that TARDIS was rejecting her. Then she saw horrible scratches all over the wall. Lisa carefully compared the size of the scratches, but she was surprised to find that they were about the size of a human hand. It was at this moment that the doctor had taken away the poison gas. He was going to let the three of them find Lisa, but they could see that it was dangerous. One of them tried to escape, but the doctor sealed the door in a hurry. Then he activated the self-destruct mechanism, but 1 hour wasn't exciting enough for him, so he shortened it to half an hour. Just when everyone was scared out of their wits, the doctor actually wanted to adjust it to 15 minutes. Luckily he was talked down, but on the other hand, Lisa had just arrived at the storeroom when she saw the blue box made by Amy, followed by something writhing in the darkness. She saw it and ran away, but the distance between them closed in. In order to escape, Lisa not only passed by the Queen of England's telescope, she even saw the pool where Anna fell, and as the monster got closer, the burns on Lisa's palms became redder and redder. At that moment, John used his detector to find a lot of rare treasures, so he pretended to split into 3 groups after chasing away the doctor and Jeff, and then he sent his brother to find the console. But when the men arrived at their destination and were dismantling it, there were strange noises coming from inside. Not only the voice of the first traveling companion, and the voices of the 3rd and 4th doctors, there were even quotes from the 9th doctor. At the same time, John's detector found everything he wanted behind the door, but when he pushed the door in, inside was a pile of cables, and the probe's offer went sky high to infinite value, because the device in front of him was capable of producing advanced technology. But just as John tried to cut it, he was instantly stopped by the doctor, who rushed in, simply because this is the core of the TARDIS, and the basis of its ability to morph. This is the structural reset device. Not only can it change the shape of the TARDIS, it can even create any facility you want out of thin air. The doctor knew that if John took away the circuitry, TARDIS would go completely insane, but despite his warnings, John still put it in his backpack. But then something terrible happened. The door disappeared. Jeff was a robot, so he could tell that TARDIS was angry. He was trying to stop John from making any more mistakes, but then the door suddenly appeared, and John thought he'd won, and TARDIS had already set him up for the afterlife. And that's when Lisa came to the library. She looked at the book in front of her that recorded the War of Time. She was immediately curious to read it. It turns out the doctor is hiding a lot of secrets. Not only is he an immortal alien, he can be reborn again and again, but the Time War destroyed everything,